We always have an odd one in the crowd.
So it's kind of odd.
Decidedly odd.
Doesn't that strike you as a little bit odd?
No, it doesn't strike me as a little bit odd.
It's the Bob and Sheri Oddcast, with stuff we wouldn't, couldn't, or shouldn't do on the regular show. Now, here's the Oddcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the sheriff himself. It's my husband, Kevin. Say hi to everybody, love. There you go. Okay, so let's
This is going so fast.
let's jump right in. Oh, Cheryl Newton wants to know if I have to take next week off to fulfill whatever I promised you to get you to agree to this.
Yeah, I don't talk about those kind of things.
Well, he's a very nice Southern gentleman. Okay, whoa, it's going by so fast. It's going by so fast I can't even see. Let's start with everyone wanted to know why it is you actually agreed to do this happy hour. Was it a weak moment?
I have no idea. I don't think it was just a weak moment. Kind of killing my mystique.
Teresa Beals wants to know, do you really call me woman?
Yes, absolutely. Among other things.
Someone posted earlier on Facebook today that they were hoping that you would call me sweet meat during this happy hour. Can you please tell them where that comes from? Because Bob does not believe it when I've tried to tell him.
It's Shakespeare. I mean, if you have a high school diploma, you should probably know that.
Hi from Lexington, Kentucky. Kevin, what's your favorite band and your favorite shotgun?
My favorite shotgun is I have a God, it's a weird one for the Bob and Sheri show. I have a Remington 870 pump shotgun, kind of Chevrolet shotguns, which I love, and I have a Mossberg Silver something over under, which I also love, and I shoot them both at. I shoot clay targets with both of them.
We're heavily armed here. So for some of you perverts that send me pictures of your junk, you should know that my man comes in heavy. Let's see, what was look, Kev, Brenda Locklear said, Sheri, your husband's so handsome. You go, girl. I tell y'all, he's hotter than a hot dog. And no, we're not having a hot dog taste test on happy hour tonight. Nikki Miller wants to know, how do you stay so fit eating Hungry Man dinners and potted meat? Hello from Aberdeen, South Dakota.
Well, I'm not very fit right now. I was very fit before the pandemic, and then people moved into my house, and the opposite. They got productive, and I got unproductive. So I'm not very fit right now. But I do like to get my heart rate up. I do stuff by I have a rowing machine, but I also have a big ass hill I walk up and down every day. I mean, a big ass hill that gets your heart rate going.
Mary Siegel would like to know if it's true that you really spend most of your waking hours outside or in the garage.
100%, yeah. That helps me stay fit too. It's hot out there in the garage. You sweat a lot.
And you like to take little naps out there with your big dog.
Not a napper.
Well, not naps, but you're out there all the time. People don't believe me when I say Kevin's not in the house. He's outside. He's wandering around. He's in the garage, watching antenna TV, which was one of the other questions that we had for you. Let's see, Nalisha Logan. Sheri, you said you'd never get him on the show. Guess happy hour doesn't count. Love you all so much. Yeah, okay, so let me tell you guys how this happened. So we were standing in the kitchen. That's where we are right now. Our kitchen's over here to this side. We were standing in the kitchen and Kev said, are you doing happy hour on Thursday night? Kev goes, I could do it. I was like, wait, what? I said, you'll come on our happy hour? And he goes, yeah, woman, but just this once. Cindy Durham. Kevin, what was your first impression of Sheri when you first met her? Tell the truth.
I thought she was a bitch.
But that's before you knew me, right? Why did you think I was a bitch? No, seriously.
Because you kind of were. You were kind of, tuned out and kind of snarky, which made me even more snarky and sarcastic.
But then, a magical thing happened. Well, actually, I thought he was hotter than hell. And I was like, I'm going to be hitting that if I can be getting that, right? So he informed me, I would text him, and he informed me, woman, I don't text. But he would reply back to my text by saying, woman, I don't text. And I was like, sure you do. You just did. Yeah, you. Look at you texting. So I actually went to visit listeners in Georgia, and Kev, of course, went to college in Georgia, and he's a big Georgia football fan. So I began, drinking out of his legendary, our antique Georgia Bulldogs championship glasses. So I was texting him while we were down in Georgia, making fun of the fact that everybody was wearing Georgia Bulldog clothes, and so that ended the I don't text stuff, and then here we are all these years later.
Yeah, I ended it because she was at a loss for words, and I texted the epic text, "What's the matter? Cat got your thumbs." So you heard it here first.
And that was back in. We went on our first date.
It took her 30 minutes to reply.
I did.
Was laughing so hard.
I was so impressed by that. We went on our first date on June 6th, 2008. We celebrate our first date anniversary every year. And we got married on August 16th, 2013. Mm-hmm. And he's, look at him. Look how happy he is. What a lucky man. Mitchell Walton says, Kevin, Sheri is the furthest thing from a bitch that anyone can be. Thank you. Thank you, Mitchell. Let's see. Here's another one. How many years has it been now? Well, we've been together since 2008. So 14. This is 2022. Let's see.
Somebody
what his favorite what is?
the favorite thing you've ever built.
Built. The favorite thing you've ever built.
Any fort I built with Russell and Zane as a kid when they were kids.
Tree houses.
Or either that or massive structures with sticks and leaves, that all kinds of stuff.
Christy Bouchard wants to know, Kevin, what's your favorite TV show to watch in the garage?
Well, every morning, without fail, I watch My Three Sons at 6:30. I get all the animals fed, watered, and walked so I can sit in my chair and watch My Three Sons.
He does. He's a fan of the old sitcom. We couldn't find anything really murdery and gory enough to watch the other night. And so he said, woman, I have a whole season of My Three Sons on the DVR. So we pulled it up so I could watch an episode. And he carefully searched through the episodes to find one that I would like. And then when we tried to watch it on our big TV inside the house, what's the word for it? The definition. It was also blurry. Yeah.
You need to have to watch it on a small TV.
Yeah.
Or it's a big blurry thing.
Stan says, Kev, you're a cool dude and a sports guy too, but only college. And we did have someone ask Duke or Carolina.
Duke. ABC.
And can I tell you how controversial that is in our family? My sister wife, Kevin's first wife, graduated from Carolina. Her uncles graduated from Carolina. His daughter graduated from Carolina. Kevin hates Carolina. He hates it's anything but.
I hate the Tar Heels. Carolina is in Columbia.
So I'm sorry.
South
I get
Carolina.
I don't know my college. I don't know my college sports. Okay. Oh my God, this is going by so fast, y'all. Slow down so that I can ask. How many times have Jackie Sapp wants to know how many times you've beaten me at Scrabble?
More than you would think. My own children had tried to shame you there, but Sherry will tell you she's not undefeated.
No, I'm not. He's a worthy adversary. Jolene.
Sudoku, though.
Jolene wants to know how old your children are.
Oh, God. I guess they go from 19 to Andrew is
32.
Andrew's 33.
33. And Kev has a whole, now that he's a pappy, he has a whole posse for little munchkins.
Grandchildren's.
4 little grandchildren's and Pappy's posse. Deborah Peterson says, Kevin, if you could plan a vacation, any vacation to anywhere, and Sheri had to go without any input or comments, where would you go and what would you do? So you get to plan the whole thing and I don't get a vote.
Either the Southwest, but I would probably go to the Lower Keys.
That's Kev's favorite place in the world is Key West. We're actually
Lower Keys. Key West is pretty cool, but Lower Keys in general.
We're planning a big road trip this summer. This is the two of us in the desert. We're so excited about. Oh, Susan Bookmeyer wants to know, when did you know I was the one?
After you told me.
He's very good at following directions, y'all. And let me tell you, he's very good at following directions. Any chance we can see a little song from both of you? Oh my God, have you not heard me sing on the radio? That would be painful.
Yeah, I mean, I sound really great in the shower, and Sherry would just drag me down. We can't do that.
Kevin sings in the shower all the time.
That's the only place I sing.
But he sings these random songs. Like one of his favorite songs to sing in the shower is from an old cowboy movie. It's that My Rifle, My Pony and Me song. What movie is that from?
Rio Bravo.
Rio
It's
Bravo,
a John Wayne
yeah.
movie.
Okay, let me
With
lean
Ricky
in.
Nelson and Dean Martin.
Let me in. Let's see. Marie Wright says, for the record, I asked for an ant farm for a year and promised I would name each and every one, and still nothing. We actually have new ants in our ant farm just this week.
Did you not get goldfish as a kid? You do not name them until you've had them at home for a week and see how many are alive. Half of them are going to arrive dead to start with. So
Oh no.
don't worry about the names.
Oh, you're going to like this. Suzanne Banks said that you're exactly what you thought you would be based on my description of you. So you're always worried that I talk shit about you on the show, but clearly I've been very, very factual about all of your little quirks and things. Jackie Schelling would like to know, what are some of the things we like to do together? And somebody asked, oh, Holly K, do you consider yourself the zookeeper at the house?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the one that drags them back inside when the door's left open, and I feed them the primary meal. Except for I don't do, and I said this from the very first cat, I don't do waste removal.
I handle waste removal. Mike Daniels says, Sherry, you said Kevin told you when you got together that he couldn't go anywhere during college football season. He did say that. It's still true. And with the exception of a handful of family weddings,
Two weddings both during the Georgia-Florida game.
Do I not leave you completely alone during college football season?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Kevin has a charming smile, voice, and accent. Christine Cravens, look at you. Look at you talking to the ladies. Let's see. Erica Wolf, how do you feel about being the final husband?
Who says I am?
I know you're my final husband.
Yeah, well, that would mean you're my final wife. And
Exactly. Exactly.
We'll see how tonight goes.
Let's see. What's another one? Hang on. Tina Frayne Fighton wants to know, what in your view is the best thing about me that you can share with the class?
What in my view?
Because honestly, the best thing about me, we can't even share.
I don't think I can pick a best thing. Dang. Back to it. Hope somebody's writing these down.
So Des says you have great dimples. Margaret says, did he just look at your bosom? Probably.
Oh, by the way, yes, I just wanted, since you brought that up, thank you. One time, and when we were first married, Sherry said she mentioned that I was looking down her shirt as well, which I really wasn't trying to hide at all. And like, she's like, I caught you. I said, you can't caught me, can't catch me. We're married. I'm not trying to hide it. We're married. I'm looking. That's why we got married. So, yeah, I probably was looking down her shirt. I do it a lot.
Robin Mason wants to know how you really feel about me and Joni being besties and sisters. Joni is Kevin's first wife and the mother of his 4 wonderful children. And tell everybody what we did yesterday afternoon. Tell everybody what we did yesterday afternoon.
I've gotten a lot better about not getting wound up about the shit I can't control. And we all went and got ice cream yesterday. We strolled around Waxhaw with Ada the tornado.
We did. We had Ada in her stroller. It was me and Kevin and Joni and our friend Stacy. And we all went for a walk together and went and took Ada to get ice cream. And we had just a big time. And whose idea was this?
Mine, probably.
It was Kevin's idea. Okay, let's see. Let me grab another one.
I'm just all about peace and love.
Beth wants to know if you resent. Does Kevin resent you and the animals? Oh, hang on. Come back, Beth. Hang on. Let me pull that comment back so I can, give me a second here, y'all, so I can find that comment.
I can tell you probably yes.
Does Kevin resent you and the animals because he only gets a sliver of the bed as his own?
I only need a sliver. If Shay leaves town, that if our bed is 6 feet across, there's only 2 feet of it that are wrinkled anyway. I resent not being able to go anywhere because there's all those damn little anchors.
Yeah, I got really mad at Charles Xavier, one of the cats, and I said to Kevin, we have got to find a new home for him. If he throws up one more time or beats up his brother one more time, I'm going to lose it. And Kevin is an animal lover since he was a little boy. Kevin's like, that is Tiberius's brother, and no, we can't do that. And so he defended.
You committed to him.
He defended. Jackie would like you to please say sweet meat.
Sweet meat. Sweet meat.
Let's see.
Well, I say it differently depending on what I want.
That's part of that's his favorite thing that I say. We probably can't repeat. Somebody asked when I knew that Kevin was the one. So keep in mind, like when I first laid eyes on Kevin, I was like, I am hitting that. But I had no interest in ever getting married again or being in a relationship. I just wanted to be on my own. So that pretty much within a few months, I guess, of when we started seeing each other. Because I had this, I thought about it a lot. And every time I tried to imagine my life without Kevin in it, it just was like gray and misty. And I couldn't see the path forward. And so I thought, yeah, I cannot imagine my life without him. And we were initially not going to get married because both of us had been married before. And, you know, what is the reason to get married again? And then we got engaged, and I'll never forget Joni, my sister wife, Kevin's first wife and the mother of his children. Joni told me that when they got the news that we had gotten engaged, she texted me and said, my kids are so happy about this. And my kids were so happy. And it's one of those things where when you're, when you're divorced and you have blended family stuff, sometimes you don't realize that your children get attached to people. And then they're scared that maybe this person that they love is going to disappear from their lives. So that was a pretty cool thing, I think, that happened. Don't you?
Yeah, I mean, Russell and Zane got to watch R-rated movies and stuff with you. So.
Oh yeah, well, because I had never had boys, I didn't know anything about. I had brothers, but keep in mind that we grew up in the woods, raised by wolves, and so Kevin had these two twin boys. They were 10 years old when I met them, and they were up for anything. They'd have pellet gun fights with each other in the backyard. They were impervious to pain and cold weather. And I didn't know anything about boys. So I was always trying to come up with fun things that Russell and Zane would like.
They were at the age where if you feed them a dirty line from a dirty movie, they know it.
Well, I didn't know.
And you know they know it.
I didn't know. So one night they were over, it was Friday night, and we were making homemade pizza. And I was like, guys, I have a great movie I think you're going to love. I haven't seen it, but it's called Tropic Thunder. Have any of y'all seen Tropic Thunder? Oh my God. It was so inappropriate. How old were they? 12 at that point?
12, yeah.
I have to tell you, I love my girl. I love my sister wife because those kids must have come home with some stories and she rolled with it. And not a lot of people would. We're very, very blessed, very blessed. So Crystal wants to know, what moved you to the decision to get engaged since you were both fine with not getting married again?
Sherry was not fine with not getting married anymore.
I wanted Kevin to have health insurance. I did. I wanted Kevin to have health insurance. And so that was a big part of it. But even if we had not gotten married, we would still be together. Well, unless Kevin escaped. But I think he
should have told me that before.
He's convinced I'm poisoning his food, so he probably thinks he's too weak to escape. I think you all need to do the next happy hour with the four of you with Bob and Mary. I don't know that Kevin will ever do this again. Would you ever do this again?
Nah, this once is enough. Can't imagine anybody being interested enough for once, to be honest with you.
Oh, Doreen would like to know, what makes you think that I'm poisoning your food?
Oh, well, it's not just she's poisoning, but she just fills the refrigerator and freezer up with unhealthy things like 18 ice cream on the stick things at a time. Just a lot of, she's trying to give me a stroke or heart attack or something.
Angie Goodrum wants to know, Kevin, how much did you love that I failed the hot dog taste test challenge?
The thing is, I knew I don't make bets that I don't already know I'm going to win. So I'm not a gambler like that. So
Crystal says, you really have no idea, Kevin, how fascinated everyone is with you being here. Because
no, I don't. That's just
because I talk about, like, Bob and I, like, our show is just about regular life. So we talk about you all the time. But all good things. I mean, have you seen one thing? Y'all tell him. Do I say bad things about him? No, I do not. Do I tell the truth? Yes, I do. I do not say bad things about you.
About a year ago, I went to buy a gargoyle in Ellerby, and I listened to y'all's podcast, and I was involved, and it was so far from the truth that I stunned.
Christina wants to know, hey girl, do you ever wonder what a Sheri and Kevin spawn would be like? You probably don't, but I have wondered about that. I have. Because it's one of the hard things about finding your person when you're done having children, that, you never really get to discover that.
I don't want to wonder about children. I can't give back to somebody else when I'm tired of them at this point.
How do you, Joni's here. My sister wife is here and she is laughing so hard.
Yeah.
What a night she's having. So Sharissa would like to know how you get along with Bob. Well, as you can guess, they could not be more different.
Yeah, I mean, we get along fine. He lives 200 miles away from me. We get along fine.
We
get along fine when we're in the same room.
Yeah, we've traveled together and stuff. You're going to love this. Oh, wait, Lori Hoke says, wow, his voice is not what I expected. Kevin was born in Ann Arbor, Michigan, but that is some gravelly Southern you got right there. Erica Wolf says, gotta say, Sheri Lynch is my queen, but Kevin, I love me some pan-fried Spam sandwiches. Yuck.
Yeah. I actually have slipped some Spam in on Sheri, and she thought it was delicious. I think I put some in some shrimp and grits.
Yeah. He couldn't control himself. He made shrimp and grits one night.
She's like, a snob.
You're a reverse snob. He's like, do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it? How do you like that bacon? I was like, it's a little different. He goes, that's because it's Spam. He was so freaking pleased with himself. Let's see. Susan Daly says, the fact that he doesn't get it just adds to his charm, and the dimples help. The gargoyle story was great. So Kevin got me 2 small gargoyles for Christmas, and I was going through a tough time, and I was having a lot of feelings, and they were sad. And Kevin said to me, why don't you and your friend Wendy go get a big gargoyle? You know how buying things cheers you up. Actually, he said like this, you know how buying stupid shit makes you feel better. So Wendy and I borrowed his truck, and we went and bought Gareth the gargoyle, who weighs, how much do you think he weighs, that gargoyle?
It's one heavy motherfucker.
Kevin was aghast when we brought the gargoyle home, but you know what? It did cheer me up to no end. Let's see.
Kevin knew it takes 5 minutes to stand up straight first thing in the morning because of his back.
Amy Holcomb says, I want to hear from Kevin about how he does your hair, but he doesn't do it anymore.
I don't do it anymore. I talked her out of it because first I think it's beautiful silver, and also don't care what anybody tells me, it smells toxic. It's got to be toxic.
The dye?
Putting all that stuff on your hair, yeah. So, I don't know.
I haven't been to Kevin's House of Hair since January 26th, 2021, maybe?
It's been a while. But
Yeah.
not only were I was just breathing it. You were breathing it, and it was on your scalp. But it may be safe, but it looks better the way it is.
Kim
I
Catledge
like it.
says, Kevin, was it difficult getting used to Sheri talking about you on the radio?
No, because I don't listen.
But when he does listen, he only tunes in at the worst possible times. And his construction buddies used to listen and report back on stuff that I said about him.
Yeah. Or seeing you around town or something like that, yeah.
So, Sheri, what did you promise Kevin to be on the show? I swear to God, like I have incentivized him in the past, like those bookcases that are downstairs, those didn't happen by accident. But no, he just volunteered to see this. Lisa Bohannon says, now we did see Kevin early on in a happy hour, possibly in a towel and a mirror, right? That was a legendary night. Heather, do you remember that?
I almost had a heart attack.
This was a couple years ago when we first started doing happy hours. I was out on our deck and Kev was...
So it was summertime, at least it was warm.
It was warm. And Kev was in the shower singing some cowboy song. And I was outside and he came to the window and was helicoptering for me, thinking that he would just throw me off my game, not realizing that some of my more eagle-eyed ladies were watching the reflection of you helicoptering in the window. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I definitely won't be back.
Okay. So Natalie says, I feel like I could trust Kevin to listen to the sound my car is making. Bob, not so much. Even Bob would agree with that. Okay, let's see. Kevin, Monica Winter wants to know, Kevin, would you drive the camper cross country again with the show?
Oh, no. I'll drive the camper cross country with me and Sheri and one four-legged critter, and that's it. Anybody else wants to go, they can follow. You ain't riding in my vehicle.
Susie Daly says, does Kevin still paint? I love the painting you show in the background, the chairs that's behind me in my
That's
studio.
not even a finished painting, but no, I would like to, and will one day. But right now, critters and all kinds of things are in the way.
Marie Wright, Kevin, venison, yep or nope?
Yep, I don't shoot it, but I eat it.
Sarah Harrington wants you to know that spam is empty calories. Courtney Herring said, his voice sounds native North Carolina. I'm surprised you haven't always lived here. But you moved here when you were how old?
Oh, I was one.
Yeah, so he kind of always has lived here.
Yes,
Dennis loves the way you talk.
Well, I'm sorry. I want to sound like Roscoe Lee Brown.
My sister-in-law, Nancy, my niece Brittany's mom, she
Holy
loves the way Kevin talks. Andrea says, you sound like Matthew McConaughey. Could you please say, all right, all right, all right?
No, because I am losing my hair and I'm not even trying to worry about it.
Let's see. Christina wants to know what our tattoos represent and what's your favorite country song?
Our tattoos are they're like in this endless knot and represent the marriage of wisdom and compassion in Buddhism.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Natalie Watson says, I love that he loves your hot ass silver hair. You would not believe how many women email me and tell me that their husbands are dead set against their hair. I actually ran into a woman at the mall. I went to the mall a week ago and was accosted by the kiosk crazies. But I was chatting with this woman who worked at Banana Republic, and she has this beautiful silver hair. And I said, I love your hair. And she said, I wish my husband does. He complains about it every day.
Mm. I do. I sincerely do like it. Love it. I mean, mine's that way. If I had.
Debbie's story says, Kevin's voice didn't sound like I thought it would. It's so good to see him. So what did y'all think? I tell you all the time how he
they
talks.
wanted me to sound like Mr. Nightlinger too.
Terry Etheridge, has Kevin introduced you to any Southern foods that you like? Yeah, a bunch. I try over and over again to recreate his mama's fried chicken. I haven't
you've
succeeded.
come pretty close. Yeah.
But I did make some badass black-eyed peas in the Instant Pot. Remember? Those were good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But my mom cooked fried chicken without the skin on it, so it was healthy and it tasted like delicious fried chicken, which is an art.
Everywhere we go in town, we run into people who, when they were kids, Kevin's dad was their doctor because he was an ear, nose, and throat doctor. And so everywhere we go, we meet people who had Kev's dad as a doctor, and they all say the same thing, which is that he was amazing. Kevin, do you? Jennifer would like to know if you have a favorite memory with me, like something that we did together. Like, there's a lot, actually, I would think.
Yeah, there are a bunch, and we do a bunch of weird things, like apologies to us south of the border, but we actually stayed at south of the border.
That's one of my
For those of you
favorite.
that don't know, it was a truck stop on 995.
That's actually one of my favorite things that we ever did was our
Yeah.
trip to south of the border.
We just do what we don't usually do things just straight up. Like we went to Chattanooga and we stayed in the hotel with the train cars. So it was really cool.
If you ever go to Chattanooga, they have an old train that's parked on the tracks and they've turned it into hotel rooms. And oh my God, it wasn't that fun, but that was seriously super
And go to
cool.
Wayne's World in Chattanooga. He did all the artwork for Pee Wee Herman's. What was the name of that show?
Oh,
Show with Cherry and all that. Anyway,
Pee Wee's Playhouse.
The guy that did most of the artwork has a museum there with some of his art. Or
So-
at least he did.
Kev, let's see. Alicia Kurtzer would like to know what hobbies you enjoy.
Well, now mostly I enjoy my grandchildren, but I have in the last couple of years, a couple of my sons have. They are into firearms, and mostly because of they do something with them, and if they were going to be around firearms, so I'd know something about them myself. I picked up a shotgun, so now I play a little golf, but mostly I go shoot clay targets with my shotgun. I have a handgun too. I shoot a little bit. I don't want to be the very last person to own a gun. I don't really want to shoot anything that lives. But I'd love the hell out of busting some clays. That's a lot of fun.
You do puzzles and
I do puzzles. I like games. I'm pretty good at things like Sudoku. I'm okay at your vocabulary games.
you like to strum the banjo.
I am not a musician. I have a son that is a musician. I don't have music in me though. I can pick out some notes, but I am not a musician.
Longtime happy hour folks might remember that Kev's son Zane came on happy hour one night and just took requests and played and sang the guitar. We'll have to do that again the next time Zane's in town. Mary Sockrider wants to know, Kev, does it bother you that we all seem to know so much about you?
It doesn't. No, because tomorrow I'm going to try really hard to not think, just go back to the way I was and not think about this. But
I have a question.
the once or twice that I have figured out the podcast crap and all that stuff.
Just how I make my living or whatever, the podcast.
I did not feel that I lived up to the legend that I was listening to.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So was it intimidating for you, Kevin, when you started dating Sheri, knowing she was going to possibly talk about you on the radio?
Oh, no. I figured that whatever I would say to her would be something she couldn't say on the radio.
Oh, I find a way.
And we had some conversation about some things in there in the kitchen about, she's probably surprised I said that. So my boss had told me to keep my mouth shut around her, which pissed me off even more.
It's not fair because he hated me before he ever even actually met
I don't
me.
hate anybody. I don't hate
He had made up his mind to not like me before we ever actually even met.
Well,
But Mama's got her ways. Let me scroll down. Oh, Elizabeth Upchurch. Kevin, what did you study about at UGA?
I was a drawing and painting major. Actually, I was briefly a landscape architecture major, but I was a drawing and painting major.
Travis Vaughn says, Sheri, love you. Kevin is so hot. I've lived here in Union County my whole life. He has a more Southern accent than me. Also, you have great chemistry. So nice to see and hear him. Travis thinks you're hot. You can just say thank you. A compliment is a lovely, lovely thing. Let's see. Kev, prediction, Gamecocks and Dogs for this coming season.
No contest. I think that'll be it. Like, if there's a pick the Dogs in the spread, I don't care what it is.
Steve Held, Kevin, Waffle House, yes or no?
Absolutely. Country ham, grits, and hash browns, and 2 eggs scrambled toast.
Margaret Zwicker wants to know.
Coffee and sweet tea.
Margaret Zwicker wants to know if you enjoyed the Grandma Whitehair Jean Nate boob slap story.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It's a dangerous question.
Yeah, I'm kind of yeah. I don't want to tell you the pictures in my head, but okay.
Let's see. Angie Goodrum, since your dad was an ENT, do you use Q-tips?
I use Q-tips.
Yeah, because they don't want you to use Q-tips.
I do not use Q-tips.
See,
but I have had. My dad did at what I used to swim. And when I was in high school, I developed a cyst in my ear canal that closed my ear so that I almost couldn't hear. And my dad put a needle down in my ear canal with my head pinned against the examination chair. Oh. He called me a sissy when I flinched.
Yeah. Let's see. So we have a question from Sarah Ford Moore, who says, do you love being Olivia and Karamia's bonus dad? They're a lot, y'all.
They are a lot, but yeah, they need me.
Let's see. Oh, Sheila Fowle, am I saying your name right? Sheila Fowle would like to hear you say woman. I know you've said it once. There you go. Lynn Pelletier, what is the breed of Kevin's dog? Marley. Marley's a mutt, right?
Yeah, Marley's a mutt, but Marley he's a sweetheart.
Let's see. Someone just said, I can't believe Kevin's out of the garage.
Me neither.
He would be in the garage tonight if he wasn't here. I promise you, I swear to God, he would be in the garage.
Until 8 o'clock, because that's when young children come on. Then I'd come in and watch it on the big TV.
Anna Reinhardt says, he's a lot more soft-spoken than I thought he would be. Very charming. Great job. Good for you. I'd never be so brave to be on camera for my spouse. Hope to see you again.
Good luck with that.
He is very soft-spoken. He's not a yeller. He doesn't stomp around yelling and stuff. Carol Rich says, I like Kevin's accent. He doesn't sound like I imagined. Not that I have imagined him in any way. Let me pull up another one. Do you still have your sailboat? Angie Honeycutt wants to know.
The hobnail boot, yes, I do. But
can you explain the name?
Could be for sale. The hobnail boot comes from a famous last-second Georgia victory over Tennessee when our now deceased play-by-play guy, who our cat is named for, Larry Munson, said, we just stepped on their face with a hobnail boot and crushed their noses.
Let's see.
So that's why my boat's named the hobnail boot.
Pam Buckley says, Sheri, you work at home? Yeah, I work at home. And what do you, how do you like having me at home all the time?
Yeah.
How are you enjoying having me around 24/7?
Our studio's in the pool room where the pool table is that I waited about 742 years to get. Pre-pandemic, I used to go down there about 3 mornings a week for 30 minutes and shoot a little pool.
Yeah.
Watch the news.
Yeah.
That's what you call your
first
world problem.
That's a first world problem for sure. Kevin and I have been in each other's grill since the pandemic started. I mean, I've traveled a couple of times, but yeah, it's just a fantasy, isn't it? Just a dream.
It is a fantasy.
It's just a fantasy.
It is a fantasy.
It's what every little boy hopes for.
Read Billy Collins' poem about love.
Oh, it is the viola, the girl with
cello.
the cello. Mommy's had some drinks. Christy Bouchard says, Sheri, I hope your daughters are listening. I feel like they would tell you in their own language what they think. I had texted Olivia. I'm like, I said, I have to, we were chatting and I said, I have to go. I'm about to do happy hour. Kevin's doing happy hour tonight. And she said, what happened? Because the girls know that Kevin does not. He's shy a little bit. And also.
Well, yes to Red Eye Gravy, Karen Lineberger.
Red Eye Gravy, yes, for Karen Lineberger.
Absolutely.
He doesn't love a lot of attention.
But that Red Eye Gravy at Ed's up in Raleigh.
Before we sign off, because we're almost out of time, let me see if there's anybody else that needs a question. Kev, is there anything that you would like the people, the cat taking a bath in the background, is there anything that you would like the people to know or that you would like to say to the people?
I don't think so. I've always found that less you say, the better off you are.
Here's a good one. Sandra Dennis. Kevin, what is Sheri's most annoying trait? Let me get a refill. Here we go. There's so many. So you have to just pick a favorite annoying trait.
Oh.
Just pick the one favorite.
Oh, well, the one that has literally probably fucked us up so many times is Google directions. And I swear, my phone says it's right here. That would be my face. That's what's going to be on her tombstone. My phone says it's right here. Well, I'm sorry. This is the 30th time we've driven by this block in Florence, South Carolina. I don't think it's here.
One time we were on one of the RV crazy trips. We were in New Mexico. We were.
Here's another one. Oh, it says you got to get off here in 300 feet. Oh, no, wait, it's 30 feet. Oh, sorry.
I'm not good with, dimensions and stuff. So we're in Albuquerque. Shout out to all of our Albuquerque listeners who are with us tonight. I don't know if Chris Abrams is here tonight, but we're in Albuquerque. And I have Googled, this breakfast place, because breakfast is our favorite thing to go out for. So I've Googled this breakfast place, and I say to Kevin, don't worry, I got you. I'm going to route us to this breakfast place. Now, we're driving an RV. They're very difficult to maneuver. Long story short, we ended up at the prison and got yelled at by the guards. And
Do not enter.
And had to go to Denny's because we were never able to.
Oh, just go ahead. Do not enter.
One of the first things weekend trips we ever went on together, it was Pedro's south of the border. And we're going to stay at one of the Pedro's hotels, and there had been like a flood or a sewage leak. What was it?
It just kind of smelled kind of rough.
The sheriff is a little high maintenance, okay? So he was like, I can't sleep here. The smell. So we had to go we ended up at a Hampton Inn, and the next morning we're going to go back to south of the border, and I was routing us there, and Kevin goes, This is the wrong way. I'm like, my phone says it's this way. And he goes, woman, the sun rises in the east. We're going to drive into the ocean.
All my life, the sun's been coming up in the east. This is not the right way.
Yeah, we have a lot of good adventures. Okay, so as we get ready to wrap up happy hour, everyone says that they're so glad that you came, Kev, and that you were very
to disappoint you.
And that you
wasted your hour.
And that you were very brave, and that you put up with all of these questions. Let's see. Everyone's like Diana says hello to the sheriff. Like everyone is really happy that you're here. Everyone's really happy you're here. So was it awful? Was it as bad as you thought it would be?
No, it's a little semi-stressful, but it's okay.
Y'all, thank you so much for joining us maybe Kevin will agree to do this again. You never know. Diana Cross says, thank you, Kevin. Please, let's do this again.
See if we can work a deal.
Dwayne says, thank you for being here, Kevin. So maybe he'll come on again. We'll see. Maybe I'll come up with something I haven't done yet that I can incentivize him with. The internet is a big place. I'll Google something up. Thank you so much for joining us.